Southwest Florida, one of the things about Lee Pitts Live is when you guys watch our show on a regular basis, you know this is where you come for information. So I encourage you to have your pen and pad there at all times. We have various guests in the show who will be providing you with information, and we'll have their contact information on the screen. And certainly when we talk to Mickey Rosado for all your appliance needs, you're going to want to be able to get in touch with him as well over there at Appliances to USA. This guest right here is a pillar in the community. He is a trailblazer. Locksley, let's bump you in, my friend. Knibbs of Florida Gulf Coast University. You are the award recipient here. We see this right here. We'll see some pictures coming up. Florida Gulf Coast University. You are an award recipient of the Advising Excellence Award. What is that?
So this award is based on what I've done over the period 2016-2017 as an academic advisor in my college, the College of Arts and Sciences at Florida Gulf Coast University. So it's based on a lot of things: how many students you've seen, how many lives you've changed, how many lives you've interacted with, and the difference you've made as an advisor to advising community at FGCU.
I will say that you're the first black person to actually win that award at a large university like that. So that sends a strong signal in terms of diversity. But you didn't get the award based on your skin color and things about your performance. How do they go about selecting recipients of the award?
So it's a tedious process. First, I got nominated. Two persons nominated me, my director and one of my fellow colleagues. But it didn't end there. I had to do what's called a portfolio. So I had to get two students of mine who I advise and to write letters of support. Then I had to write about my advising philosophy. And that includes me just coming up with some fancy words about what I do and trying to make it articulate that so people understand what I do. And in addition, I have to have my job description, which is basically my duties, and give an account of how many students I've seen over that time period and the differences I've made in their lives. And I also had to write a 5-page paper pretty much about my advising style.
It seems like
it was pretty tough.
Yeah, it seems like the process there keeps people from even wanting to do it with all that work. But I don't want to go down that road. I want to celebrate your success.
Thank you.
What does an academic advisor do on a college campus?
So at FGCU, academic advisors are faculty. So they're referred to us as non-teaching faculty, but we also teach. But we're classified as faculty. So what we basically do, we get the students to come in and see us from they matriculate to FGCU until graduation. So we are the ones who guide them through the process once they have a declared major on file. So if a student comes in and declares a particular major, they need to work with us to get them out of FGCU within 4 years.
Now, when I was in college, it took me a while to declare a major, and I'm sure you see other students just kind of dangling along, don't know what they want to do. Give some advice on, hey, it's time to declare your major. Like if I was a student right now, since you're such an award recipient, and what would you tell me to go at, when should I have declared my major and why?
So we want students to have a major declared when they're at least, we don't want you to pass 60 credit hours. We want you to have declared a major before your junior year. So we pretty much understand after that how to get you out of there, providing you a guide, providing you the necessary tools, help you with your course selection so you can graduate in a timely manner.
What got you into the field of education in general?
So when I lived, I'm from Jamaica originally. When I lived in Jamaica, I was an accountant. So I migrated here back in 1999. And I started going to FSW in 2001. And the very day I brought my application in, I was hired on the spot for a temporary position. I was not too enthusiastic about it because I'm coming from a guy who deal with numbers to being an educator. So I actually found that I liked it, and I started working at FSW. They hired me after I graduated from there, and I started from there, and it started growing on me because one of the things I found out when I started at FSW, my advising experience was not the best. So what I wanted to do was to make a difference with people of color, black males like myself, when you come in and declare a major, and you see someone like me, get a little bit comfortable, and I can help you and guide you to where you need to get to.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because a lot of times when people get in positions like yourself, they shy away from race and understanding how race is such a factor in terms of people being comfortable with different people and how important that melting pot of all different cultures is. Even in your job now, do you see where that's a valuable asset for you to have?
I think it's valuable because one of the things that we're constantly, you'll see a lot of articles out there about, and scholarly articles about black males and their transition to in higher education. And a lot of the things that keeps them away from fulfilling their degrees, that a lot of times the way they're treated, they're not given that equal treatment in compared to their counterparts. So one of the things I try to do is that when I find someone who is look like myself, I'm trying to reach out to them. I'm trying to hold on to them so I don't lose them. So I try to help them as much as possible. I have my degrees in my office. I show them that you can get there too, just like I am. You can do this. So I think it having me in such a position is a positive influence on a lot of young black males like myself.
How long have you been an advisor, and what are some of the highlights, memorable highlights of that experience?
So as far as academic advising, it's 4 years since I've been an academic advisor. Some of my most memorable experiences.
4 years and you already received the award?
4 years and I've received this award.
Can you receive multiple awards? Are you willing to apply again? Or you think that's enough work?
I don't think so, Lee, but if I were, I'm sure a lot of students will vouch for that I could, but I think once you've got the award, you cannot go for it a second time, so that's a disclaimer. But some of my most memories, the students who I've helped. I've had students sometimes who come into me and they're changing majors way past that time that I talk about, the junior year. And you have to come up with this realistic plan to get them out of there by the number of credits they have remaining. And when you devise that plan and you meet with that student and you explain the step, this is what you have to do, this is what you have to do to get out of here. And you see they're actually following what you're saying, because one thing you can tell a student to do this, but when they leave outside your door, they'll do something else. But the memories that I keep are like when I go to commencement and I participate, because I line up the candidate and I see they bring their parents over to me and they actually introduce me and they hold on to me and say, I wanted to meet my mom, I wanted to meet my dad, and
really?
They introduced me and said, this is a person, this is a man who helped me. This is a person I've always worked with. He helped me to graduate. Those are some memories that make me feel like I'm making a positive influence on these young black males. And not only young black males, pretty much all the students that I see.
What's a typical day like for you? How do you get a student in front of you? Does the student have to come in and register, or are they required to see their academic advisors so many times per year or something like that?
So at FGCU it is recommended. It's not mandatory that they have to meet with us, but we highly recommend that they come in and meet with us at least once per semester. So basically they call my college, which is the College of Arts and Sciences. So they call the front desk, the secretary takes your information, and they actually schedule the appointments to meet with students. So on a typical day I see 12 students.
What's that we see hanging around your neck?
This is my award.
Okay, and of course people have seen your award flashing across the screen as well. When you look at that award, what goes through your mind? What kind of feeling?
It makes me feel that, one, that I've arrived, I've accomplished a lot as far as academic advising is concerned. I mean, you can do this for the rest of your life, but for me, in 4 years, to see how many lives I've touched, the changes that I've made, how many students I've helped to walk across the stage, how many students I've seen and put them into majors that they didn't think they could have declared themselves. So it makes me feel like I've done a lot of positive things in this role.
We appreciate you, man. We need more people like you. Congratulations again on your award.
Thank you, Lee.
I'm just honored that you've allowed me to have this opportunity to meet a person of such honor in our society. Keep up the good work.
Thank you. Pleasure.
As the saying goes on this particular show, for those who say it can't be done, it is usually interrupted by those like Locksley and all the fine people at Florida Gulf Coast University who are doing it. We come back and talk to Mickey Rosado right here on Leap Is Live.